Hello, we'd like to show you today Balluff's new infrared temperature sensor. It is a self-contained sensor, has a range of up to 5 meters. It can sense temperatures up to 1250 degrees C or 2280 degrees Fahrenheit. On the sensor itself, there is a display on the right-hand side that you can do all your uh, entering of parameters and also display what the actual temperature is. So what we have here today is a mag flashlight that uses a tungsten element that emulates up over 2300 degrees Fahrenheit. So when we turn this on, you'll notice that we have a display here that shows the actual temperature. In this case, we're showing the temperature in Fahrenheit. It can also be in percentage or Celsius. On the bottom of it, there is a line that shows what the actual temperature is in a bar graph, and then there's also a set point mark on there so you can see where the actual output is. On the upper right up here, you have an LED for an output 1 and an output 2. In this case, we're communicating to this sensor over IO links, so you'll notice that the green LED is flashing. That indicates that we actually have communication on IO link. Also, above that on the upper left, you'll notice that there's the temperature of what the temperature set points are and a numeric value. Again, the sensor has a range of up to 5 meters. You can be as close as a half a meter, and at a half meter, your light spot size will be about 20 millimeters. At 5 meters, your light spot size is 100 millimeters. And it has a 50-to-1 ratio, so you can actually figure out what that light spot size will be. The sensor comes in 2 configurations. You can have a sensor that has a discrete output and an analog output, or you can have the IO Link version. So you have 2 outputs and also your analog value, or if you do not have an IO Link master, you have 2 discrete outputs. On the screen behind that, this is the IO Link configuration, so we can set the 2 outputs. We can set the minimum temperature, the maximum temperature, or the hysteresis. You can also go in and set up whether it's PNP, NPN, or push-pull output, normally open, normally closed for each one. You can also have the temperature sensor teach itself, so you aim it at the temperature, teach it, and then remove the hot device, and then also teach the background of it. You can also teach the emissivity of the device that you're looking at, which helps you get the temperature in a closer range. So if you know the actual temperature, you can teach it the temperature, and then the emissivity will correct itself, or you can teach the emissivity of the device. The sensor also has a couple of additional modes. There is standard operation, which is just that. It can look at a temperature and set outputs. You can also do averaging, and what averaging does is it'll read the temperature, and then it'll read the temperature again, and it averages each time it does that reading. You can do a sample up to 64 readings, and it will average that out. So what that's going to do is smooth out your temperature so you don't have a lot of spikes in it. The other thing it can do is peak detection. So let's say you have a slab of steel going by and you have scaling on that. It'll actually look to see what that peak temperature is, and you can do that over 10 cycles as well. So some interesting features with that. You can also have if you turn the temperature upside down, the display will also flip over so that you can always read it. Applications for this device are heat treating, heat stamping, steel mills, glass manufacturing, tire and rubber, anything that reads between 250 degrees C and 1250 degrees C. Any application where you're actually looking for that temperature range. So in hot stamping applications, some that we've looked at is actually telling the difference between the hot ingot, or the hot ingot being in position or not in position. So we can look at the die, see what the temperature is, and then also look at the ingot to see again whether it's present or absent. And also look at the temperature of the die to see what's going on there. Some other facts about the sensor: it is in a stainless steel housing, so it's very rugged. There's a number of accessories you can get for it. There are mounting brackets. There's an air shield that goes over top of the face of the sensor, so you can give a burst of air to keep that clean. There's also another lens that can go over top of that the lens that's on the sensor itself, so it can provide some additional protection. There's also a device that threads over top of the display to protect that as well. The temperature rating of the sensor itself is 65 degrees C, so you have to keep it some distance away from obviously 900 degrees C, but you do have that ability to put on that protective device. So again, this is our new Balluff temperature sensor. For more information, feel free to contact your local Balluff salesperson or your local Balluff distributor, or check out our website, and there's more information there as well. Thank you.